Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Chris Winter, and in this video, I'm going to go through some of the best lenses for the Canon 77D, so you might be able to see which ones might be right for you. By the way guys, I'm currently giving away a Canon 77D or a Nikon D5600 to one lucky subscriber, so all you need to do to enter is hit that subscribe button. And also guys, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely make sure to check out my brand new list that I just made, the best lenses for the Canon 77D. That link is in the description box below under this video. You can take a look in your own time. But anyway, let's take a look at some of these lenses. So there are lots of good lenses available for the Canon 77D, and the great thing about it is that they're not all that expensive. The first lens that most people get when they buy a DSLR is called a kit lens. There are a few that might come with your 77D. Firstly, you might get the 18 to 135mm, or you might get the 18 to 55mm. Now it's not the sharpest lens available, nor is it the best, but if you're just getting started, it should be perfectly fine. One of the great things about it is that it's so lightweight that you can always carry it around in your bag. And because it's got a range from 18 to 55mm, it's great for learning which focal length you'll prefer. But once you're ready to move up from your 18 to 55mm, the one that I generally recommend to get is the 50mm f1.8. These are also commonly known as a nifty 50 because they're pretty cheap. For example, Canon's 50mm STM comes in at around about $125, and it's a fantastic lens. It's got great autofocus with its STM motor, and if you pair it up with a dual pixel autofocus on the Canon 77D, you can get some great cinematic smooth focusing. By the way guys, let me know in the comments below if you could win a Canon 77D or a Nikon D5600, which one would it be? And I'll take a look at your comments. Now, if the Canon lens is a little bit too expensive for you at $125, I understand. You can actually get a different lens, like this one right here. This is the Yongnuo 50mm f1.8. It's essentially a clone of the Canon version, and it's super cheap, coming in at just around about $50. Now, it's not the sharpest lens around, but it does have that wide aperture of f1.8, which means you're really going to be able to get that shallow depth of field or blurry background, which we call bokeh, which is great for portraits. Now 50mm on a APS-C body like the Canon 77D is a little bit long, so for indoor shots that might be a little bit tight. So for indoor shots, I generally recommend maybe a lens like a 30mm or a 35mm. Sigma make a great 30mm f1.4 art lens, which is one that I used for about 5 years. It's fantastic and works great in video too. Now that lens comes in at around about $450, so if that is a little bit too pricey for you, again you could look at Yongnuo, who make this lens here, the 35mm f2. This lens here comes in at around about $150, and again, it's not the sharpest lens by any means, but if you're just starting out, it could be a good option for you. And one final lens that I really like is the Canon 18 to 135mm STM lens. What I really like about it is that it's got a really wide focal range. So it starts at 18mm, which is pretty much what you're seeing me right now, but it can also zoom all the way in to 135mm, which is like a telephoto length. Not only that, it's also got that STM motor, so if you pair it up with the Canon 70D's dual pixel autofocus system, you can get some really smooth autofocusing. In fact, it's probably the best combo that I've ever used. So that's another great lens, the 18 to 135mm STM. So these were just a couple of lenses that I think should work pretty well with the Canon 77D. Now guys, if you haven't done it yet, definitely make sure to subscribe to go into the draw to win a Canon 77D or a Nikon D5600. And of course, definitely make sure to check out my brand new list, the best lenses for the Canon 77D, some more reading for you. That link will be in the description box below under this video. You can take a look in your own time. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.